Hello guests, I'm the host and welcome to the Silent Lounge. I've been reading comments on my recent video on the Killing Floor 3 PAX East stream, and I realized that a lot of people are getting excited for the wrong reasons. I want to clarify that I'm not trying to be negative or dismiss the hard work Tripwire Interactive is doing. It's just that some things shown at the presentation excite me, but I often have to remind myself that just because they say what you want to hear doesn't mean they will actually do it. What I mean by this is we still have a long way to go for Killing Floor 3, and what was shown at PAX East is promising. Keyword, promising. Promises can be broken, and in this day and age, it happens frequently with the publishers cutting budgets in half and devs being laid off. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you enjoyed your stay at the Silent Lounge. In my previous video, I stated that I would not be pre-ordering Killing Floor 3, and the reason for that is I am not convinced that the game will satisfy me the way that I want to be satisfied. I don't want to play a game for 3 hours hoping it will be good. Like I said in previous videos, the core gameplay needs to be good so that current players will continue to play it until new content releases. People want to be invested in a game that has replayability. If I get bored during the first few hours of the gameplay, how do you expect me to keep playing the same game for a month, let alone a week? Many people are missing the big picture here. Overlooking the best thing about Killing Floor 3 is the post-launch content. And that's not good, don't get me wrong. Post-launch content can be a good thing. Adding content to a game that has already been released keeps the game alive and the player base happy. Who wouldn't be happy with getting more content to play a game they like? My issue with post-launch content is that it should not be used to make a game feel complete. I shouldn't have to rely on post-launch content to get a full experience. That is how publishers get away with selling half-baked games to players with the illusion that post-launch content will make the game better. I know that Killing Floor 1 and 2 got post-launch content for years, but the difference with those games and Killing Floor 3 is that they were fun without the added content. I didn't need the addition of the shrink ray in Killing Floor 2 to have fun. I had fun with the base game and could replay matches numerous times with friends. Fans who are excited for Killing Floor 3 are excited for the new maps, weapons, and the return of DJ Scully, not the base game at launch. I do not like this method of luring the fan base with a carrot at the end of the stick to trap us into buying an incomplete product. You might wonder, what makes Killing Floor 3 incomplete? Tripwire improved the look of the maps, making them look greater than before, fitting the franchise's tone as a whole. They improved the enemy attack animations and movement, making it look smoother and more fluid. They changed the Z time from a grainy red overlay to the classic slow-mo chaos fans love. The UI is significantly better and meshes well with the game's aesthetic. So what exactly makes Killing Floor 3 incomplete? Well, the experience is not as good as it should be. The guns don't feel good to use because they want to incentivize grinding for gun parts to make them stronger. The specialist characters look ridiculous. They should look as gritty as the maps. But they're saving that for microtransactions. DJ Scully looks good because he matches the tone of Killing Floor 3. He isn't dressed in a pink tutu with bunny ears. He looks like a trained mercenary ready to kill Zeds while also dropping the hottest mixtape. I am not saying we can't have goofy costumes in Killing Floor 3. I know Killing Floor 2 has a lot of goofy costumes. You can wear like a pirate hat, or you could wear a funny bunny mask. I know that Killing Floor 2 has ridiculous costumes, but the issue for me is that the characters, the base costume for the characters look silly. If this was a goofy costume that you got from a microtransaction, that's fine. I can live with that. But this is the base experience. And a lot of people are not going to get the microtransactions. I don't get the microtransactions for games. I don't buy skins. I just play with what I have. And looking at the character with how silly they look, it's very hard to take the game very seriously. Again, I understand that Killing Floor 2 has silly costumes and it's a little bit more leaning on the silly side, whereas Killing Floor 1 is more serious and gritty. But it just doesn't make sense that they're going for this darker, grittier, grungier maps, and the characters look like they're on a sitcom. I kid you not. That's like one of the things that just bothers me the most, is that the characters look out of place. Some of them do, some of them don't. I will say that the ninja character looks okay, and Mr. Foster looks fine. But you have the medic, the engineer, and Firebug, and they just look silly. They look silly, and I'm not the only person that said this. I know there's plenty of content creators that have highlighted this issue, but what frustrates me is that they are teasing DJ Scully to be this grounded character, but meanwhile, the rest of the characters look silly. Why can't we get the guns that were teased for post-content instead of our current weapons? The current weapons do not fit the aesthetic of the dark and gritty world they're trying to build. It looks silly, like the Specialist, and it makes it hard to immerse yourself in the dystopian world they're trying to develop. Just look at the medic. Look at him. Does he look like he's surviving in a dystopian society where corporate conglomerates are taking over everything and creating bioengineered monstrosities? No! He looks like he failed an audition for Overwatch. We need another beta to see how much they improved from last time. If they release a beta before the game, I will play it, and if it's good, I will pre-order the game. What will it take for Killing Floor 3 to be good in my eyes? If the gunplay is satisfying, and if I can deeply immerse myself in the cyberpunk dystopian world, I will consider buying the game. Those are my terms, and I expect Tripwire Interactive to release another beta to win the fans' trust back. If they are not going to release another beta, what does that tell you about the game? It tells me that Tripwire Interactive is not confident in their game, and that speaks volumes. I want to repeat that for the people in the back. That speaks volumes. I do not wish to invest in a game more interested in taking my money than having confidence in letting people try for free in a beta. Again, I'm not dismissing the hard work put into improving the gameplay. I'm grateful Tripwire spent time improving the gameplay rather than releasing the broken game. For me, I can't enjoy something that feels like a lesser version of the previous games. I don't want to invest in a game that will not satisfy me the way I want to be satisfied. I know I sound like a broken record, and this is like the 50th time I've said this in my previous videos, but the gaming industry is in the dumpster right now. I have seen so many franchises that I love dearly die because the people in charge did not respect them. Killing Floor 3 deserves better. We deserve better. I hate when people glaze over the facts and praise mediocrity. Are we really getting excited for maps that look the way they are supposed to look in a Killing Floor game? Are we really getting pumped for weapons that should have been in the game at launch? We should have gotten this stuff in the beta. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you enjoyed your stay at the Silent Lounge.